Also, just a disclaimer, I don't know why my hair is doing that, but I wish it wouldn't. So, well, hi guys, how are you? I hope you're staying safe, I hope you're staying healthy, I hope everything is fine on your end, and even though it doesn't look like we're gonna be coming out of this anytime soon, all we can do is just hope that we do. Now, for today's topic, I will be doing an unpopular opinions video. I think the last time I filmed this type of video was at least like a year ago. Like, I don't even remember what I said or did in those videos. It was probably cringy. And now, before I begin, I also want you guys to leave your unpopular opinions in the comments down below because I might need them for a future video, but stay tuned for that. And as I always say before I get started, that's why opinions aren't facts, because they're just opinions. You don't have to agree with every single thing I say in this video. In fact, I encourage that you don't. I encourage you to make your own opinions. So without any further ado, let's get started and let's get controversial. So now my first unpopular opinion. A lot of you guys may or may not know this, but most bigger YouTubers don't just rely on ad revenue to make their money. A lot of them also rely on things outside of YouTube like brand deals and selling merchandise to make their income. When it comes to this YouTube merch, I find that most of it is very corny. And to be honest, for what you're getting, most of it is so overpriced. Now, to be fair, I don't fully blame YouTubers when their merch is overpriced just because they're probably under a contract or like that's like the minimum price maybe that a merch company has them selling this merch at. I'm gonna admit I have bought YouTube merch before. I did rock some Tyler Oakley merch back in the day in 2014. But the only recent YouTube merch that I have is a shirt by Chris Clemens. And the best kind of YouTube merch is when it doesn't look like YouTube merch. It just looks like a cool design made by your favorite creator. This next one is more of a pet peeve than anything, but I hate when people on social media, specifically Twitter, people do this a lot on there. They'll take a side-by-side picture of a celebrity, maybe from like 20 years ago to now, and they talk about how this person hasn't aged. The reason why I have an issue with this is because obviously these people are worth millions of dollars. Obviously they're not going to age. They have all the money in the world to spend on expensive skincare. In fact, they probably spend thousands of dollars on it every year. And it's even funnier when celebrities try to make skincare, because they don't use like normal skincare like us commoners do. They're probably doing their $1,000 facials. They're probably getting all the surgery, which like is fine. You know what? If I was able to afford that kind of stuff, I for sure would be doing it too. But don't just like be amazed that a celebrity hasn't aged over a course of 10 or 20 years. There's a reason behind it. Unpopular opinion number 3. I'm just gonna say it. Jeffree Star needs to be canceled already. And listen, I know cancel culture can be very toxic. I've seen people be canceled for the dumbest reasons. But when it comes to Jeffree Star, enough is enough. And now I'm probably gonna sound like a hypocrite when it comes to this, because there was a point in my channel where I really supported people like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, which was a dark time, I might add. Just like thinking about all of the stuff that Jeffree has done, like the blatant racism, misogyny, supporting and possibly being involved, allegedly, supposedly, with a pedophile. Just like, it just doesn't sit right with me, and it shouldn't sit right with you too. And you're probably thinking, a lot of people feel like this. Well, apparently 18 million people don't. Like I said, cancel culture can be very toxic, but I wish this one time it would finally work. Because it just seems like no matter what he does, he never gets canceled. He could literally throw his dog and his assistant out of a window on Instagram Live and people will still be subscribing to him. They'd probably crowdfund his fucking bail if he got arrested. But hey, to each their own, we all choose who we support, and some people just don't make good choices. And that's fine. Alright, let's talk about Lele Pons, our Latina goddess.
Oh, I'm Latina, like a true Latina.
So if you've been on the internet for a while, you're probably familiar with Lele Pons' work, her comedy, if you will. This next unpopular opinion isn't going to be me defending Lele Pons, because she's made some questionable decisions in the past that I don't exactly support. As you know, we're aware of Lele Pons' comedy, and you know that people just love to rip into it, and rightfully so. I have watched many a commentary video on Lele Pons and talking about how much she isn't funny, and I've laughed every time, because it's true. But I feel like if you're still making reaction videos to Lele Pons in 2020, it's just low-hanging fruit at this point. Because it's like, we get it at this point, We know she's not funny. We know that she's cringy. We know the writing's bad. We know the acting's bad. We know that she's Latina. We get it. You know, how much more needs to be said at this point? But, like, the thing is, I understand why people still make Lele Pons reaction videos, you know? All you gotta do is go to her Instagram or go to her YouTube page and find an unfunny video of hers, which won't take long. And all you have to do is rip into it for like 10 minutes, post it on YouTube, and you'll still get a decent amount of views. And I'll admit, I almost made a video about her last year. I think I talked about it. But it's just like, what else is there to add to the conversation that hasn't been said already? And come to think of it, the same could be said for me constantly making jabs at Girl Defined, and even the 2 videos I have of Girl Defined. And honestly, you're 100% right. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Like, you're correct. You are so factually correct and right in this case. So maybe I am a hypocrite. Anyway, so for my next unpopular opinion, for me personally, I have never seen Tiger King, and I don't want to. Now, I know this is kind of an old topic, but this was literally the craze for like the entire month of March, which feels like 2 years ago at this point. But I think since so many people have talked about it, it's just made me more uninterested in the whole documentary series. I haven't watched Tiger King. For all I know, it could be the best true crime series thing on Netflix in the world, but I wouldn't know because I don't plan on watching it. You couldn't pay me $100,000 to watch Tiger King. Actually, yes you can, because I have student loans to pay. So, next unpopular opinion. Like it or not, TikTok is boring. Before you ask, Anna Maria, your big age of 21, you watch TikTok? Yes. Yes, I do. And I'll admit there are a lot of funny people on TikTok. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that there aren't some really funny, original, and creative people on TikTok, because there are, and I do follow quite a few of them. But when I say TikTok is boring, I'm talking about the boring, mediocre, white dancers on the app who make the weirdest dance trends go viral. Like, it's literally the same 10 dance steps for every popular dancing trend on TikTok. Any of the few times where there are really thoughtful and creative and awesome dances on TikTok, these same white, mediocre dancing influencers just steal it from their black counterparts. And that is just a whole other topic for a different video, but you know it's true. It's boring. I don't know if it's because of quarantine where my screen time has gone up significantly and I'm just tired of seeing the same shit on there. Where's the flavor? Where's the excitement? Where's the range? You know what I mean? So this next unpopular opinion might get me some hate, but Avatar is boring. I have never been so bored watching a movie in my entire life. And I'm not talking about Avatar The Last Airbender. I'm talking about Avatar like the blue people. And yes, I thought the visuals were like the CGI, like, wow, James Cameron, you snapped. It's just like the plot itself, like, where's the flavor? Where's the excitement? And I know a lot of people are not gonna agree with me, and that's okay. That's why opinions aren't facts, because they're just opinions. Alright, this next unpopular opinion. Y'all hate to hear it, and y'all hate to see it, but Crocs are cute. Crocs are fashion forward. Innovative. They are the future. They are the moment, and they are the future. Just most people don't have the range to pull it off. And you know what? You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Crocs are gonna make a comeback. Maybe not in 2020, but in 2021, it's gonna happen. And for me personally, I actually own a white pair of Crocs with fur aligned on the inside, and they are just amazing. Oh my god, wouldn't it be sickening if like me and Crocs do a collab in the future? I mean, we would love to see it. We would love to see it. So Crocs, if you're watching, if you're listening, let's do some sort of collab in the future. I am 100% down for that. My business email is on my channel somewhere, so hit me up. So this next unpopular opinion doesn't have anything to do with like social media or TV or anything like that. It has to do with dating. And now a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me on this, but I think clinginess is the biggest turnoff. But I don't know, there's just something about clinginess that just doesn't sit right with me, especially if you're just in the talking stage and someone gets attached so quickly. It probably has to do with the fact that I'm semi-emotionally unavailable and I don't really let my guard down easily, but I just don't like feeling like someone is attached to my hip when I don't necessarily want to be. But I'm a huge believer that in relationships, as opposed to being two halves of a whole, you're two whole people coming together. And my ideal relationship is where me and my future partner do come together. We're very affectionate, we're very loving, but we're still individual people with our own lives and our own hobbies and our own dreams and our own goals. And I just don't like the thought of being codependent on someone or someone being codependent on me. But yeah, clinginess, not cute. And so last but finally not least for my unpopular opinions video, Snapchat should have died years ago. Now, for me personally, I've always found Snapchat very boring. I don't understand the concept of streaks. That sounds very stressful for me. I think I had a couple in high school, but it's just, the whole thing is just not for me. Like, especially when it comes to dating. Like, we're in 2020. If you're still asking for someone's Snapchat over their phone number, grow up. No one posts anything interesting. The news stories all seem like clickbait garbage. So really, like, what's the point? Just text. But yeah, that really has to do it for today for my unpopular opinions. If you agree with me or disagree with me on anything, let me know down below. And again, if you have any of your own unpopular opinions, please let me know down below as well, because I may or may not be using them for something in the future. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time with a brand new video. I love you. Bye. Woo!